Welcome to this month's newsletter. Today is November 25th. We're looking at the Nifty. Notice here the Nifty, this was a very good time to short the market, so buy some puts on it. You had the confluence of the 200-day moving average, the red line, the 50-day moving average, the green line, and the Kumo, all at the same point. So these are very high probability situations. If you can find them, nice point to short. At this point, Chicago running into congestion area. Big Kumo ahead. It's going to be difficult for the bulls to take this up. So at this point, the path of least resistance is probably down to test the Kijun here. Looking at the weekly, here's how the weekly looks like. Chicago is still in a congestion zone. You're failing at the 50-week moving average, but you're sitting on the Kumo here. So the likely target, you have strong support on this flat Kumo area at around 10,300. So I wouldn't be surprised to see them at least try that, try to come up here. But the weekly is still bullish. However, it's minor bearish, as we say, because it's below the Kijun and the Tenkan on the weekly, but it is above the Kumo. So it'll be interesting to see if they can at least bring it down, test the bottom of the Kumo before starting back up. Chicago still has a lot of resistance in this area, so I wouldn't expect a strong rally here at this anytime soon. Once they go here somewhere, then there's a good chance to rally because the resistance is not. There's no congestion area here. So, but at this point, for the next few weeks at least, there's a lot of congestion here. So keep that in mind. Let's see. The next one we can look at is. Sales Steel Authority. At this point, the daily looks really weak. Should have been shorted back here, or you could still short it. Chicago is broken down. You could continue to go down. Use the Kijun as a stop. And Tata Steel. Keep in mind the Chicago could run into congestion area here, so I would rather wait on this one to go below these lows. Looking at the weekly on this one, it's failing at the weekly Kijun. In fact, the Chicago is confirming a bearish on the weekly as well. So below these lows, I would be a short below these lows. At least see if they can come back down to test the lows of around 480 or rather 490. So I definitely would not be long this one at this point. Here's Hindustan Liver on the daily, trying to get bullish, but again, Chicago hasn't yet confirmed it on the daily. Looking at the weekly, it is bullish on the weekly charts. Chicago could run into resistance. So at the best, I'll expect this one to move sideways. There is a slight chance it could try to tag these highs at 1790. It has strong support. I don't want to be short this one, but I definitely would be looking at buying opportunities on this one. Tata ELXI, somebody asked me about this one. Nothing there. Looking at the Chicago running into resistance. Notice how the Kijun is providing resistance to it too. The least path would be down here, but I would not want to short it until the Chicago breaks free. Reliance Capital, also somebody asked me about this. This one would also be a good short for the Chicago if they can go below the lows of 220. Then Chicago will be free. Looking daily is bearish, weekly is probably bearish too. Yes, it is very bearish. Chicago has free momentum on the weekly chart, so all you need to do is wait for these lows to be breached, and then you can short it or buy some puts on it. ICICI Bank is bullish on the daily as well as weekly. I would look for buying opportunities on this one, probably going to go through some consolidation. You have a bearish engulfing signal on the weekly chart, could be coming down here to test the Kijun. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Another week to go, a couple of weeks to go before the Tenkan starts coming up to provide support. So watch out for a nice buy signal at that point. So look for buying opportunities on ICICI Bank. Nothing here on Pale. You could be shorting this one. It's below the Kumo on the daily as well as the weekly. Yeah, this one is a good. Continue to hold short on this one or buy some puts on this one. And last one to look at is BEML. BEML is interesting. It's broken out here on the daily and broken out of this trend line on the daily. Chicago has not yet confirmed, but here's a chance where aggressive people can play this long. Here's how the weekly is. If they open it higher tomorrow, then you have a good chance that they are breaking out above the keygen on the weekly. You still have some room on the weekly for the Chicago to hit resistance. So as long as you have that in mind, you could be playing this range until Chicago hits resistance on the weekly. That's the range you need to play. If it closes back below the keygen on the weekly, you need to be out. Also on the daily, there's nothing, no problem for the Chicago at this point. It has room until at least the top of the Kumo for hitting resistance. You could buy here as it breaches the highs of 770. Keep your stop below the Tenkan here if you want. That will make it a small stop loss. You'll have your first target around 835 or whichever is closer on the weekly. Where's the resistance on the weekly? The resistance on the weekly won't come in until 860 or even here about 860. So 835 would be your first target, and then probably 860. So that will be it. Also, one more. I'm going to be releasing a few options courses here just to people have asked me about options, so I'm going to be releasing options, and they'll be in modules. So if some people are familiar with some part of it, they would not want to take it, and they'll take some other modules. So I'll price it accordingly, but hopefully by the end of this year, end of December, I'll have those options courses. That'll be it.